Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Motivational Monday on Justin the Food Entrepreneurs podcast. I'm Justin Bizzarro. I'm your host, and that's Bizzarro, Bizzarro. And today we're going to be talking about Vince Lombardi. And for those of you who don't know him, he's a pretty famous football coach over the years. So Vince Lombardi, here's his quote, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up," end quote. Again, it's quote, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up." And I think the importance behind this quote is that we all get knocked down. We all have failures. We all try to strive for things, and if you're not willing to get knocked down or you're not willing to fail, as we talk a lot about in this podcast, this failure and willingness to fail and fail quickly is so important because you need to get back up. You need to dust yourself off. You need to keep going at it. So today, I think for this week, at least in general, one of the things I think everyone should do is really just do something that's out of your norm. Try to find a mentor maybe, or pick up a phone and call someone for advice, or a family member, or ask someone out to lunch or coffee, and be willing to fail. Like, take a risk every day, while you're on this podcast. Take a risk every day. Be willing to fail. Try something different. Try a new sport, try CrossFit, as we talked about last week. Do something that's out of your wheelhouse and be willing to fail at it, and know you're going to fail at it, and be willing to just sort of scrape yourself off and pick yourself up, or take a risk. Maybe it won't fail, or get knocked down, do something different, try something different, and pick yourself up. Because I guarantee you, the more used to you get to getting knocked down, the better off you'll be, because you'll be used to getting knocked down and getting back up, and you'll become so good at it, and it'll become such a routine that you don't even notice you get knocked down anymore. You just pick yourself back up. I think that's hugely important. And anyone who's out there, this is going to be a quick Motivational Monday, 63 episodes, by the way. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. Thank you for everyone for sharing it. Please continue to share it with people, share it with other entrepreneurs, tell people about it, share it on social media. All the entrepreneurs come on this show and share what they have because they want to share their story and try to help people. All the entrepreneurs on the show are obviously willing to tell their story and be on here. So I'm sure if anyone reached out to them, wanted to hear about their story, it would be pretty awesome. And we continue to learn lessons. And one of them is exactly this. Almost every entrepreneur that's been on this podcast has been knocked down at some point, has failed at some point. Mostly numerous times. We heard from Tatter Beans and all the things he went through to get to Tatter Beans. We've heard from, Night Shift Brewing and what they've been through to be successful. And we've heard from buying blueberry farms and the risk he took being one of the first organic farmers in the United States. And it's just so important that we really go out there and take the risks in life. Just go out and have a good time. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy that there's fun in failure. It is. I mean, I'm a pretty competitive person. I hate losing, but through the knowing that I'm not perfect now, I can work harder and I go for progress, not perfection, as is said. And through progress, I get knocked down quite a bit. In the last episode, last Motivational Monday, we talked about CrossFit and how failure is a part of it and trying to constantly strive for more, because once you hit a goal or a personal record, you want to keep striving for more. And so that's really important. I think everyone in the audience needs to go out there, do something different. It's summertime in the United States and most of the world. So go do something outside, try something new, try a new workout routine. Try hanging out with friends, be more social, go ask someone out, do something different with your time. I recommend working out outside. I recommend trying CrossFit. I recommend doing some sort of sport outside. Go meet people, try something different, network within your businesses, whether it's a networking group, anything. Be willing to fall. Be willing to have a hard time at it. Be scared of something and go after it, face it head on, because we're all temporarily stunned by fear, and we shouldn't be. So today I'm going to keep it short, and because I think I want everyone to listen in, go out there, strive, be better, do better things, and by doing that, you have to get knocked down. So go out there, be willing to get knocked down every day this week. Start a habit. Go out there, try something different every day, something that you normally wouldn't do. Get used to the uncomfortable, because in the uncomfortable is where most people won't go, and they're afraid. And so, because most people won't go to the uncomfortable place or deal with the uncomfortable people, guess what? There's opportunity for you as an entrepreneur to go to the place that most people wouldn't go. But you got to have the perseverance, you got to have the tolerance, you got to have the fortitude, you got to have the strength, and you got to have the courage to go to that place. And that place is a hard place to go, because you're going to have to go to a dark place sometimes, and it's the hardest path. Sometimes you have to choose the hardest path to success. Because why? Because no one else will. And if most people won't choose that path, then there you go. Think about athletes. Think about CrossFit. How much do you have to train? How much sacrifices do you have to make to be an athlete? Not everyone's willing to do it. And not everyone's got the talent to do it. But in work, the way we strive to succeed, put in a little bit more. Guarantee you, okay, here's something else. Be willing to get knocked down. Be willing to pull yourself back up, get used to it, train yourself to do it, make it a habit. So how about going into work a little bit early, staying a little bit later, taking on a little bit more, volunteering for something that you normally wouldn't volunteer for at work? Or as an entrepreneur, go out and do something different. Try something different at your business. Be willing to try something different that doesn't blow the bank and blow up your business, but some marketing. Or go out there and start experimenting with social media. There's programs like Canva and things like that, and vintage logo that are apps on your phone. Try different things with social media. Try new things this week. I want everyone to go out there and do something they're willing to fail at every day, or afraid at failing at, or something that may knock them down. Go out there and do that. Exercise, something like CrossFit, or something with your kids. If your kid plays a sport and you don't practice with them, go out and practice with them. Be willing to fail in front of them, but go out there and spend time with them. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I think we should do. Be willing to get knocked down and pick yourself back up. Again, I keep repeating it. Go do it. Go out there and be willing to fail. And that's pretty much it. Be willing to get knocked down. You see it in sports all the time, in football, soccer, any sport. People get knocked down. People fall. People have to pick themselves back up, and they keep going. They don't quit. And I think that's one of the things that we see a lot of. People quit too much, and people take the easy road too much. And that's in our relationships too. How many times does someone in the audience be like, oh, I'm too tired to go hang out with someone, or I'm too tired to go see my family, or I'm too tired because I work too much, or my business or my entrepreneurial business takes too much of my time. Guess what? The only reason you're being an entrepreneur is so you can spend time with your family. So go do it. Do something different. Take the time with your family. Make an effort with them. And I guarantee you, if you start making an effort in all of your life and the things that you do, it will reflect back in your business as an entrepreneur. Or in your work if you're not an entrepreneur. Lead people by example. And leading people means you go out there and you give your 120% of yourself every day. Go out there and do it. Go out there and be strong. Go out there and face your fears. Go do something you normally do, something you normally say no to. Go do it. Go have fun. Find a sport, find friends, go spend time with your family, whatever it is, but go out there and do something you don't normally do. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. I'm Justin Bizzarro again. That's Bizzarro. And you can reach out to me on Facebook and Instagram at justinandthefoodentrepreneurs.com. If you're interested in being on the show, reach out to me, justin@thefoodentrepreneurs.com. Everyone have a great Monday. Kick some ass. Keep going. Do things great. Face your fears and kick some butt.